Hey guys, welcome back to another Camtasia demonstration video. Um, I made a mistake in the previous video. Um, we were going to do a managing constrained or resource, but as I look over that problem, it's identical to the one that we did in that video. So instead of doing another manage of a constrained resource video, we're going to jump right into a sell or process further decision. Okay, so we did not have an opportunity to work on this one in class. However, we'll go through it right now. Very simple to do. There we go. The sell or process further. So what we have here is we have a manufacturing company that makes three products from a common endpoint or common input in a joint processing operation. Okay, so remember, we have an input, and from that input we can get, or we're going to get actually, three distinct products. Okay, here they're just named A, B, and C. Okay, and they tell us that the joint processing costs up to the split off point excuse me, total $350,000 per quarter. Now, for financial reporting purposes, the company allocates these costs to the joint products on the basis of their relative sales value at that split off point. Okay, so we have three products here. The first product, we have A, B, and C. Real original, I know, but hey, we work with what we got. Okay, so we need to figure out what is the sales price or what is their selling price, their original selling price. Okay, if you look at the second box on page 593, they give you the selling price. They say $20, $13, and $32. Okay, that's the selling price. That second box, that selling price there, that's their original selling price. Okay, and this is a selling price right here that we say that is after further processing. Okay, so we're going to start off with the selling price after processing. Okay, or additional processing. Okay, and that's $20, $13 for product B, and $32 for product C. Okay, then we need to account for, well, what's the selling price at the split off point? So we'll say SP at split off. Okay, and again, that's the price that we have, the selling price that we have in the first box, right? Unit selling price and total output at the split off point are as follows: product A, $16 per pound; product B, $8 per pound; and product C is $25 per gallon. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're basically calculating what's our incremental revenue. Okay, abbreviate that. So we see that the incremental revenue for product A is $4. Product B, it's $5, and product C, it's $7. Okay, so now what we need to do is we then need to multiply the total quarterly output in pounds or gallons. So we're going to say, what's the total output? Well, we can see that when it comes to product A, their output is 15,000 gallons. For product B, it's 20,000 gallons. And for product C, it's 4,000 gallons. Okay, so we get right here, what's our total incremental revenue? Well, in order to do that, all we need to do is multiply the incremental revenue per pound or per gallon times the output. Okay, so we got 60,000 for product A, 100,000 for product B, and C is 28,000. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to figure out what's the total incremental processing cost. Okay, so in order to figure that out, I'm going to say incremental okay, and we know what that is because the book tells us, right? They say, oh, by the way, the additional processing costs and unit selling price after further processing are given below. That's that second box that we have there, so that we see that for product A it's 63,000, for product B it's 80,000, and for product C it's 36,000. Okay, so if we then subtract the total incremental revenue minus the total incremental processing cost, we're going to see if there's a financial advantage or disadvantage. So I'm just going to say financial or okay. So again, in order to do that, we take the incremental revenue minus our incremental processing cost. And we can see by looking at this that product A and product C should actually be sold at the split off point, okay? Because we're getting $4 in incremental revenue per our output, okay? If we add more cost to process A further, we're going to lose $3,000. The same thing with product C, right? If we process further, we're going to incur $36,000 of processing cost. We're going to have an $8,000 loss. So B is the only one that we should say, nope, you know what? We're going to process further. We're going to incur these costs. That's okay, because guess why? We have a positive number here, so we have a financial advantage. Okay, so there you go. That's each of the 5 scenarios that we talked about when it comes to differential analysis and making decisions. Okay, those are the 5 scenarios that you may come across out in the real world. This should set you up to do your homework, your textbook problems, and your Connect problems as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to set up, like a live synchronistic session so we can talk and you can get your questions answered. All right. So good luck, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free and let me know.